Hello, this is David at MyTimetoRetire with my December 1st portfolio review. It has been a very good month for the portfolio. I am trying to build my portfolio to $3.3 million in less than 2 years to fund my early retirement. I'm about to turn 47, and I'm sharing my financial journey and decisions here as I try to grow this portfolio into a perpetual money machine. 1 month ago, this portfolio finished at just over $2.7 million. Between now and then, I had some purchases and some sales that I documented on this channel, but the biggest impact on the markets was the election. What you see here is the portfolio that I have, where I've taken balances from my accounts, put them on this Excel spreadsheet. These first two columns are non-retirement accounts, followed by pre-tax accounts, mostly IRAs, 401ks, and a 457B. And we have post-tax accounts, which are Roth IRAs, and then 529 accounts set up for the benefit of the kids. In this column here, you can see the totals and the balances of the investments. And then what I have here is the balances of those investments from the previous month's report. Green shows a gain, red shows a decline. In this top section here, these are mostly money markets. The declines you see here are because money was used to purchase more equities. In this section here, we have mutual funds, followed by stocks, REITs, and ETFs. What you see here are all this investment valued at $6,000. This is a non-listed stock. What I own in this company, it was traded on the stock exchange. It went private. I still hold shares. The value is kind of undetermined. Planning on holding it. I could see it's quite possible that this company will go public again in the future. In the meantime, maybe I'll get an offer from the company to purchase my outstanding shares, but with such a small amount, I doubt that it's really on their radar. I have no intention of doing anything with the money in this short term. Some things I like to note on this portfolio here for this month. Some of the outperformers. One of them is HIMS. This stock last month, the balance was just over 21,000. Today, it is now sitting at over 33,000, up well over 100% in this stock. Very volatile. Amazon seemed to be a threat, caused some volatility. Whether or not they can even use the drugs that they plan on selling caused a lot of volatility. Generally, it is trading at a high right now, and hopefully it will continue to do well, but it has been quite a risky and volatile stock. Up well over 100% in probably 6 months' time, I would say. Something I just want to bring attention to. Another one is MicroStrategy. This account here, you can see the previous month's balance. I purchased more just after the election. Crypto has done very well. MicroStrategy holds a lot of Bitcoin. Bitcoin has gone through the roof, is pushing $100,000. Could go over that here in the next couple months or less. This I'm going to hold here for the short term. I've been in and out of MicroStrategy for a couple of years. I've made lots of money in MicroStrategy. I'm not so confident in Bitcoin, but I certainly am confident in this company and their ability to invest in Bitcoin. Any plays that I do with Bitcoin will probably be through MicroStrategy, and it has worked very well for me. I have kind of been in and out. Generally, where I'm a buy and hold investor, this is kind of where I have been playing the volatility. And right now, I'm going to hold and see where that brings us. Netflix is another investment here at the bottom. After earnings, my holdings in Netflix shot up to over $130,000. I then sold about $30,000 worth of the stock. Last month, the balance was around 98. Since that time, it has continued to go up, and the current balance is sitting about $115,000. I have no plans on selling. I'm going to sit and hold. Maybe I shouldn't have sold. I've sold Netflix in the past. I've held Netflix for well over a decade, done very well. Most of what this balance is just gains on my investment, and I am going to let this one ride. And maybe I shouldn't have sold. Maybe I should have kept that $130,000. It would have been pushing probably about $150,000 if I'd not done that. Time will tell if that was the right decision or not. Certainly, in a lot of portfolios, it seems that the majority of the gains come from just a few stocks. And Netflix has been one of those stocks that has done incredibly well recently. Palantir is another investment. I've held Palantir for quite a few years. Last month, the balance was just about $9,000. This month, it's up over $14,000. I've been in this stock, bought into it. It started to drop. I doubled down, and I've held for years. And just now is it starting to pay off as the balance now is approaching $15,000. T-Mobile is another investment which is done very well here recently. Again, just over 10% gain probably in the last month, has done even better of late. I've held T-Mobile for its entirety. I held it as Sprint and New Sprint. Before that, I've probably sold more than half of my holdings in there. Again, maybe it wasn't a good decision to sell, but this is a stock that I've held for a long period of time, and it's doing well of late. Tesla is another stock that I'm up substantially in. I kind of doubled down just before earnings, did very well. I think I bought more even just after the election. In the past month, we're looking at, a sharp increase here for Tesla. Another thing I want to point out with this portfolio, if you look at the 457B balance here, last month at 41,000, I've mentioned before that this was a balance that was not entirely accurate because I didn't have access to the account. I now have access to the account. So you see this jump to $79,000 to the actual balance that I've currently have. It's not necessarily gains in the last month that now I have access to the account and I'm able to record and document the actual balance. That $41,000, that was closer to what my actual contributions were, because I certainly was able to record the amount of money contributed. But now you can see that the balance is about $80,000. So that is a big increase in the month-to-month balance, but it isn't all due to gains. It is just in fact due to the correct accounting of that 457B account. So in 1 month, we've had well over $100,000 worth of gains. Before at $2.7 million, we're now over $2.9 million for retirement. If you look at these accounts here, this first column, we have about just over $400,000 outside of retirement accounts. This 457B will also be able to be used, even though we had to pay tax on it. We'll use that for our early retirement before we tap into our pre-tax, post-tax investments. It is possible for us to tap into these funds before retirement age. There are many ways to do that without paying penalties, or at least minimal penalties. I am going to be exploring those options here in the next couple years as getting closer and closer to that early retirement becomes a reality. As you can see, this has been really a great month. And when you get returns like this in just a 4-week period, it really reinforces what I've known all along. Building wealth is incredibly important. It's something that I encourage everybody to focus on. Investing is essential in getting ahead in this economy. It's essential for preparing for retirement. It's essential for taking control of your life. It is possible to do. I've been able to do it on an associate's degree over long periods of time, reinvesting my gains, reinvesting the dividends, and allowing it to grow without drawing money out and spending it. Getting over $100,000 gains in a month is incredible. It really shows that this portfolio is reaching that critical mass where it is starting to generate more growth than my income can provide. And we're getting to that point where that perpetual money machine is getting underway, and you see the incredible potential that these investments can create. I certainly hope these continue. I've been investing long enough to know that it's a pendulum. It's going to go up, it's going to go down, but it's certainly nice to see these kinds of gains and to celebrate them a little. And it's nice that I can kind of share them and use this as an example to try to encourage other people to prepare for their future, prepare for retirement, and to build the dream future that they want. And it is possible through a little bit of planning, through some investments, and through hard work. I have a lot that I need to do with this portfolio in the next 2 years to get it to provide income, to provide an early retirement. And there's a lot of decisions that I'm going to have to make. There's a lot more investments I'm going to have to make. We're not quite there yet. It's getting close. And months like this are very encouraging. And follow along. Look at some of the wins that I do. Look at the mistakes that I make. And take a look at the portfolio and provide your own critique. This is not necessarily what I would recommend for everybody. I certainly have no idea what these markets are going to do in the future, and I don't profess to know any better than anybody else. But I also know this is something that we can do as individuals to prepare for our future and to build the futures that we want. Please like and subscribe. Follow at David at MyTimetoRetire. Please leave a comment.